All right, everybody, welcome in. Just in time for ads, as always. Yeah, today we're going to do a little bit of gunplay, I guess. I've been eyeing these Macross kits in my FLGS recently. We're going to be doing this guy. Maximilian Jenius. Just because I thought it looked cool. A little jet. Golly being a goober in the background. Oh, that is so big. Give me one sec here. We lost the... Alright. So yeah, we're going to be doing this. I went out of my way. We picked up the decal sheet. So I'm only through like step 1 and 2. But we're going to be doing some decals. I'm not doing painting. We are doing panel lining. So that's going to be our goal today. Yeah, let's get into it. And thanks for spending time with me today. Go ahead and cut over here. Workbench. Both stays. We got coffee. We got Red Bull. We've got a Macross kit. We've got panel liner. And to be honest, I think it's coming out really well, all things considered. So yeah, nice tight lines of the panel liner. And the decals. We use our classic Tip 4 best ever, our microset combo. And for the undercoat, we're just using Art Coat, PW, gloss medium. You can use others. I have like Tamiya gloss over there. Since this shouldn't have a ton of stickers, I mean, it looks like it's got a ton. A lot of little point stickers around. We may do more, but should be okay for now. Our glass files, our snips. Listening to the City Skyline soundtrack. Oh, and excuse me. Yeah, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. I'm off again, and then I am out of town for a work trip all next week. That won't be quite as nice. There's a stream schedule, so I will probably not be able to do anything. I might be able to do a dev stream from like the hotel room or something. But that would be it. Just cleaning up my old laptop to get it ready for said dev. Not necessarily for streaming, but I wanted to do dev. I'm going to be stuck in an airport. I'm bringing my Switch. And I'm bringing that laptop. So I can do a little something something. A little something something. Oops. Let's slide this. And we got an ollie. We got our little ollie boy. All right. These are essentially polishing files. As long as we don't take it down all the way to the bare plastic. I mean, it's all bare plastic, but when we do the gate cut, we can usually get a pretty perfect finish here. Yeah, see? Nice. Beautiful. Alright, so these guys are going to go in here. They're actually going to go on the back side, it looks like. No, okay, so these guys go in the front. They go where here? Excuse me. Alright, so we can do a little bit of panel lighting here. Let's go ahead and do it. For that, I'm just using my Tamiya panel line accent color. I use this for airplanes, I use it for everything. Been pretty great. All I need for this is this. It comes with its own applicator, so no sweat there. And I just use a Q-tip with a little bit of isopropyl. This is 99% industrial grade, so it's not sanitary, despite there being a little cross up on the top here. I use this for 3D printing, but you don't have to. You can do like 90. It doesn't have to be 99. And then we got our little Q-tip here. You can see it's already fairly beat up. It's for any overrun. Yeah. So all we're gonna do here, this stuff is really thin. It'll run for us if we just drop it on, like so. It'll kind of, via capillary action, grab all that panel in. Oh. This. I'm gonna let it sit here. I have a tendency to have trouble running uphill, but that's pretty much all we needed. That's about perfect. Alright, so we're gonna let that sit a little bit. Right now it's too wet to work with. If we do, we'll start taking away all the panel liner, and that's not what we want. We'll let that sit. We'll come back in a couple minutes, maybe after we do the next step. We'll go from there. So, alright, next step, we need the E runners. And B-22. Right here. Up. We need these little thruster guys here, 17, 8, and 16. Make my life easier. I'm just going to cut these off. I'm an animal. Hey, morning, AWOL. What's up, buddy? How are you, good sir? I'm doing our Macross kit today. I had to wait almost all week to get in our decal sheet, but we have it. That's usually my way. Or you're going to bed and I'm waking up and I'm catching your stream. So we're doing wet transfers, we're doing panel lining. So far, I think it's actually been coming out pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, still new to the whole Gunpla thing, but So far, so good. I think the panel lining really adds a lot. And then the decals are really nice, so... yeah, let's shoot those out. Yeah, it's been great. It's a little... taking a little time, because you gotta... you know, do your panel line, go in, clean up with a little bit of alcohol, your Q-tip. What I'm gonna do here. Which is always one of the things I was afraid of doing in panel lining, but then I just started doing it, and it was not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Take too much, so I'll also need this for the decals. Yeah, I'm pretty happy the way everything's been turning out. Really, really happy about that. Yeah, so we're just gonna come in, hit this. Bam. Did I cut something there, or is that part of it? Nope, it's not part of it. It is easier to do it immediately. Like, you gotta let it sit. If you don't, you'll start pulling up from the line. Then, yeah, just like that. Nice and clean. Same thing here. Bam, 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 bam. Beautiful. Bam. Yes. And like that. There we go. Cleans up pretty well. I'm happy with that. So far, so good. The only thing is, maybe you can help me with this. How do I clean these things? I've been taking a brush to them. The glass files. Polishing files. But, like, I'll do a few parts. Oh, tape. Or rinsing. Yeah, I guess rinsing would have been the smart thing. I don't know why. I should have tried that first. That makes sense. Still overcomplicating shit all the time. Probably am pressing too hard. Probably pressing about as hard as I would like a metal file, to be honest. I'm also leaving like a not insignificant chunk of the gate on there. That's the only way I can get it really clean. Like, if I cut the gate, and I come in and I trim up, I still leave shit behind. And then there's like almost nothing I can do sometimes to polish it out. You know what? Isopropyl might work too for these, now that I think about it. Yeah, usually I just go. And that gets like rid of most of it, but then I get all this crap in here. So. I am not sure. It does say they are buffing files. It probably is. They're very fine. They are. Let me... YouTube. Yeah, we'll just bring in our old Stevens International. 240, 240, 200, 240. I guess they're both 240, 240. But I love these things. These are great. I've never really had a need to take it up from here, though. Like, it's always been, when it's done right, it's pretty clean. I've never really had much of an issue. That makes sense, yeah. So, okay, yeah, we'll try that. Or usually what I'll do is I'll just come in with the hobby knife, try to take like most of it, and leave just a tiny, tiny bit of the nub. That, hard to say. Then buff from there. At some point, we need to catch up on Canterbury and the Quest.js stuff. I have been learning a lot. Going pretty well. Actually, kind of excited for this trip because I'm going to spend like 2 days bored. I'm just going to get a shit ton of dev time in. I know. I think I said it on stream the other day. I said, like, once AWOL gets out of these shows, we'll have time to kind of pick it back up again. I know. Well, no worries. When you got the time, we'll figure it out. I hear that. Yeah. There's some really neat stuff. Yep, have a good night, buddy. I will catch you later, sir. Hopefully you sleep well. If I don't talk to you, I'll talk to you later. Oh no, really? What? Thank you. Let's take a look at stream elements real quick. See what the heck is going on. Sounds good. There we go. We're back. Alright. Need a little refresh. I think we're good now. But yeah, thank you, AWOL. Have a good night, buddy. Catch you later, sir. I'm gonna cut the hell out of myself, aren't I? I have to replace this blade at some point. Yep. Wild times. Sometimes all we do is get up and just one foot in front of the other. Do the things. Where are the other two? Oh, I didn't cut them out yet. I would do it. I would totally do it. Alright, so those are all cleaned up. These are coming together so bloody nicely. So very clean. Now for my second Gundam kit, I feel pretty good about it. This sounds like a Miller. Not, it's a Valheim. No, it definitely could have. It definitely could have been. Oh no, I lost my Q-tip. All the polishing. You have to do it. Oof. I don't know what these are. Thrusters? Are these the like vectorizing thrusters? Kind of what they look like. I don't. I'm assuming, yeah, because they're coming out the back. Alright. Alright. We got that done. Now it's on to this. Let's get these cleaned up here. Hang on. There'll be a party up on here. Yeah, see? Okay. Beautiful, that's better. Doing the Macross. Doing the Macross. There we go. There it is. Gotta clean a little bit more of this. Yeah. Okay. We're going with our 240 grit. This going. almost need this to be up just a tiny bit more. So I can work like this, because this is how Fisher works. He works elbows hard down and about eye level, because he is a blind ass man. He's a blind old boy. Anything else that's like egregious here? I think this one. Super. It sounds like Fez, I guess. So I think it is. I think that's a soundtrack. If you guys haven't played Fez, I highly recommend it. If you like puzzle platformer, Fez is one of the best of the past decade. Actually, has it been more than a decade? It might be more than a decade. Since the dawn of the new millennium. There you go. Coming in with our buffing files, cleaning up a little bit of our nubs here. Okay, so this is a hefty nub. Down there. Now we can do. Now we can get the polish in. Somehow this one, very clean. Off the bat. Yeah, looks good. I don't know if we need to panelize this. Maybe just around the port here, this where the hinge would be. Maybe. We'll see. Beautiful. Alright. So these all get clipped into here. Like so. So are they... No, they're supposed to be straight down. I guess as they sit in there, and then they come... There we go. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. You didn't... Then you can come down. Come on. You can... This is the Superliminal soundtrack. I should do Superliminal on stream. That game is so much fun. It won't be very good. I've already beaten it, but it's a fun game to play. Like, I won't have the benefit of the first playthrough. Like, you won't watch me stumble through. Everybody adds in just a couple, then we shall return. I think this just slides in here. This no. It looks like it's the other one. No, I was right. Yep. It's this way. Okay. Yep, we were right. We were right. No worries, chat. We got it. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Everything's fine. Bam. Nope. And like, nope. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't line any of the insides of these. That'll be interesting. How much can you give me? Oh, they could be quite a bit. I guess I could take it all the way out, which I don't want to do. I want to open them up a tiny, tiny bit. Okay, but let's take them off. We'll ink off of there, or panel line off of this. Here we go. Everybody, we're back. Thank you for sticking with us. Appreciate it. I feel like I just should ink these, like straight up ink them, not even try to panel line them. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let that go there. There we go. And just to make sure they're nice and dark, I'm gonna panel line these. Be pretty easy. On capillary action, you cheeky bugger. Out here, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, works. All right, now I don't know. They're gonna be the thrusters, so I could probably ink the inside of those because they are gonna be. It doesn't particularly matter, really. They're gonna be hidden by the winglets that are closed in. Yes, I'm probably gonna have this in flight mode most of the time. Like I think the jet looks super cool. I wanted something other than a mecha. Yeah, the fighter just looks so cool. And I'm not sure if it's going to cover... Yeah, it looks like it does. So looking at this... Oof, no, don't get ink on. Yeah, see? They're completely covered. So it doesn't even matter. I did them, but you won't see any of it. Which is fine. I do love this has a lot of weird options, like you can do it in 4 different modes. And thank you to Dai for these decals, because you gave us not only all the decals that are in the original box, so here's the original decal kit. And I hate these. I hate sticker decal. They always peel off, they always look shitty, they never look good. In my opinion. Someone who's built scale models for like 3 decades. Water transfers are always better, especially when you get thinner on them. They look like fucking paint. If they're done right, they look really good. These always look like art. They only sit on flat surfaces, and even then, they're just a pain in the butt. I I'd take these. That's why I went out and bought this. I wish the kit came with the water transfers. It doesn't. I go buy them for $7 and then $10 shipping. But it's going to make the model look better. My opinion. And anyway, rant about decals over. I don't think I even need to do anything with these, really. I do need to hit this one a little more, because it, like, partially to it. Way too much. I didn't even care. Lay it in there. Lay it really in there. Get it in. These are thrusters. These are... I'm assuming thrusters, because they're not jet engines, because they operate in space. If anyone who's tried to take a jet to the edge of the atmosphere Kerbal Space Program will tell you, they stop working. After a point, they breathe oxygen, so you get screwed after a minute. Alright. Still chugging along here. Alright, I think these are done. You know what? Let's just do the inside. Like I said, it's not gonna matter, but I'll know it's there. And that's kind of my thing. Well, that's ticking over. We need D15 and B2. Grab B2. That maybe not. Maybe we'll get the D sprue before then. Here's our B2. It's gonna be one with a bunch of weird shit on it. Not weird shit, but structural shit. This one. That's got to be the. Am I doing? Gate nubs. Always gate nubs. One thing I do like about this kit also, one thing, multiple things, give you these pearlescent parts, which I think are really neat. Like these cockpit parts are really cool. These guys here, like, they even advertise on the back, they're like, ooh, they're pearlescent. And this is kind of the same thing. It's kind of pearlescent. Not as nice as these are, really, but either way, I think it's a... in terms of Phil not hating, I don't know. Kit's fine so far. A little confusing. What I would do, you get this kit, is read the shit out of the instructions. As always, you should always do this. You should read the instructions start to finish. And then see what the hell you want to do. Because it's really important that you know what you're getting into. Especially with things like this. The one thing, it probably does say it in here, but I didn't understand it. So if you look here, you've got these decal numbers, right? Certain decals already exist for the kit. So what does that mean? Like I said, you had the sticker sheet, right? Now, there is a little difference. The round decals are decals that exist on here. So the number with the circle means that, hey, there is a sticker for it, so you'll just use these in lieu of that. Because at one point I thought these symbols that would go on the sides of the wings and then the sides of the cockpit, these faction symbols, these are really important. And I was like, God damn it, they didn't give me enough for each form this kit can take. Because it can take like 3 different forms, which I think is kind of cool. So it can like kind of half transform. I don't know what do they call that? Gerwalk mode, Gerwalk, whatever this is. You're half plane, half mech, full mech, and then plane. And technically there's a 4th mode here, this high maneuver mode, which is like the plane with the bottom stripped out and this back piece removed. Whatever. And then, yeah, you can, I'll have to actually paint the pilot. I'll actually have to paint Maximilian. But yeah, you're supposed to be able to swap all these parts out. So, like, this part here is technically the cockpit, but it'll be the head. You know, we put them together. And then this is the actual head. It would sit back behind the cockpit here. So this would come off. And it would go on top of it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Kind of slides over. But, long story short, I was concerned about not having enough decals, but there are enough decals. Have a look. But you're already reading something that's translated, which is interesting. And, yeah, I don't know. Just read your shit. That's the lesson here. Read it a couple times. Make sure you know what your instructions are. Especially with these, because you can start... And why you shouldn't glue till you're, like, done? Or close to done? Or very, very competent? Because this doesn't have polycap. Polycaps, or like the other Gundams will have it for their joints and stuff. This just uses hard plastic for all that. Yeah, hard plastic. So, you know, you're to glue it together and realize, oh shoot, I didn't put that rubber part in there. Now my arms don't work. You know, that's really all I'm saying. So just be cognizant of what you're doing, because that can be bad if you're not. We're gonna go over here. I'm gonna come down and try to trim this a little bit. There we go. Don't really want to mar the plastic underneath. We can mess up the plastic up top, but we don't want to mar the plastic underneath. Here we go. There we go. Beautiful. This will be a lot of panel lining, I have a feeling. And if I had to guess, definitely going to be a little bit of decals. All right. not in love. Not in love. That's okay. We figure it out. We figure it out. It looks okay. Alright. Didn't I have cleanup somewhere? Or no, I didn't. I did the cleanup on this. I think we're good here. Yeah. So, let's take a look at... Oh, we missed this guy. Missed B216. Oh no, we're not there yet. I got ahead of myself. This is for the next step. Alright, we got this thing. Which we could probably do some panel lining, if I had to guess. It looks like we're going to be able to do some here. Definitely in here, like I did with the others. And then this sits opposite of me. Here. Oh, no. Idiot. Here. That's interesting. Okay. But it doesn't... No, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, there. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Let's get this panel lens. Did I just knock something? Okay. Oh, way too much. Clean up some of this. Way too much. A little bit of cleanup to do here. I love the capillary action of this stuff. It makes me so happy. Oh, it should be done now. That's way too heavy-handed. We'll clean all this shit up. We'll clean it all up. It's gonna be fine. Gonna be fine. These still look really wet to me. Yeah, they're definitely still a tiny bit wet. But let's, if we're careful, I think... Yeah, let's just wait. We're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait on those. We do have a little bit of decaling we can do here for these. 8 and 9, I guess. So 2 8s, 2 9s. Get those cut out. Yep, they're there. Okay. I'm gonna do them. Just take the whole piece here. Yeah, it's my first Macross kit. My second ever Gunpla kit, because apparently that's like a thing people are hot into. Like my FLGS has like, over the past couple years, dedicated almost a quarter of their stock to Gundam. Now, it's a little wild, and you know, a lot of people in the community are like, "Man, you need to build a Gundam. You need to build a Gundam." So I did. Oh no! Oh no! Hell! Oh, cut the stupid. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No one will know. No one's gonna know. They're gonna know. No one's gonna know. They'll know. Yep. They're gonna know. Now I accidentally cut this. I overcut here, and now I cut into. Gotta see it right there. Yep, right there. But a little dab of paint. A little dab of paint will do us. I think we'll be okay there. Should be okay. If anything, this is an exercise in panel lining and patience. Exactly, yeah. Should be fine. Get that cleaned up. So far, it's been pretty good, Painty. Got our cockpit for our... The decals have gone on really nice. Panel lining's been pretty tight. Now that I know how to kind of clean it up. The head over here. It's not too bad. Not too bad, all things considered. For my second ever Gundam kit, feeling pretty confident. Now, we have on the table after this, gonna be this bad boy. The Tamiya 124th Porsche 911 GT3 RS with the aftermarket photo etch that I finally found domestically. Initially, I was going to have this shipped in from Japan, but I was able to find someone on eBay who had it. This will be next on the bench. And okay. I picked up just for modeling. There's still a bunch of miniatures to do. I still got zombies over here from the other day. Got Fallout behind them. I don't know if you're like me and you got 8 projects on your desk, but that's where I'm at. Welcome in, buddy. Of course, I had to hit the bloody thing. Alright. So decal time, we'll start left side and go right side, so we'll go 8 and then 9. No, there's just a bunch of flavor there. I'm gonna run out of places to put the keyboard. That's the only problem. We got some zombs over here. We're working on these guys Sunday a little bit. So happy about that. And we'll have to work with them a little bit more, but get those going. Like I said, we got the Fallout stuff. And I have a garage full of scale model kits. Way too many scale model kits for my own good. Absolutely way too many. As well as, like, I don't know, close to 700 points of a Black Templar's army that I've recently picked up. And then the 15mm project's still going, so that's a thing. Never ends. Never ends. But today we're doing Macross. We're doing low effort. I don't have to paint anything. I don't have to break out the wet palette. I'm leaving out of town Monday. Going to the other coast for a little bit. Not really the other coast, but the other side of the country. So I have to... I didn't want to get deep into something just yet. So I figured this was low stakes, low effort. I don't want to say low effort, but you know what I mean. The to-do list is long and you can pass it on. True. I mean, this is something that could have just been painted. Like, I don't know why this had to be a decal. This shouldn't have had to be. I mean, we'll use them. We paid for the decal sheet. We'll bloody use them. But it definitely didn't have to be a decal. riveting content. Watching Phil push this decal around 8 times. We're definitely going to have to put the microsol on these. Let those sit for a second, and we'll get the microsol out. Oh, and you can't pass it on. That makes more sense. It's just always these things. I don't know if you're anything like me. I also have like 3 Kickstarters that are going to come in at some point with probably another 40 or 50 STL models I then have to print and paint. It never ends. I don't even allow myself to unbury myself. That's the problem. Never even allow myself to get out from under. Like if I start getting too comfortable, I'm like, oh, not enough stress in my life. Gotta get more. Gotta put more out there. Manifesting stress. That's how I do. You caught me at an early caffeinated state. And I feel pretty good today. Feel too tired. Yesterday's stream, I was much more tired. I was making music, doing that thing. Doing the things. Throw my brushes around. Get out of here. Come up pretty easily. Surprisingly so. There we go. Hey, what you up to today? Any fun plans? You got work? Do anything cool over the weekend? Oh, be nice. Be nice. Just sit nice. Nice. There we go. Alright, yeah, we're definitely going to have to get some the microsol up in the... They are overhanging like nobody's business, so we're going to have to soften these guys up real bad. Probably be doing this for the next 30 minutes. Ugh. Everybody adds a couple. This they laid down nice. I mean, it got off the brush. We still got to get them actually nicely folded down. We still got cleanup of the panel liner on this guy. Not a problem there. Let dry a little longer. Like still wet, but I think we're okay in putting these in. So let's go ahead and do that. Throw these in. Oh no, we gotta... Have any left? I do. No. On aisle Macross here. There we go. Gonna hit our overrun. And I'm actually terrified to do this. Yeah, it's not. They're not dry yet. You're not dry yet. Hey, welcome and fly on the wall. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, I think these have to dry a little more. So, okay. Got all that drying. And going ahead and put these in here. We're gonna have to... Oh no. Oh no! Our fins back down. Our thrust vectoring leaves here. In your hole. Get in your hole. There we go. Okay. There we go. Same with the other side. Wow. Look at that. That up here. That you put back in. You attach to the body here. Come on, cheek. Monkey. There we go. Have some cleanup of the front of these, but yeah, there we go. Doing the thing. Doing the thing. Alright, we got those ready to go. As soon as these dry a little bit, I'm going to start throwing some micro set on them. And softened up. They all look good. I don't know where my little piece... I'm bad at this. I do this all the time working with decals. I do a lot of sopping. Little chunks of paper too. We're going to take our microsol. We're just going to lay this over top of these, like this. Beautiful. I'm going to let it bubble up on there. You kind of want it to go all the way to the edge, because we want this... You've never worked with this. This is the, in my opinion, the best decal solution. I have Tamiya Mark Fit over there. But I still love this stuff more. I don't... Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm weird. I honestly love... So what we're going to do is we're going to sit this on here. This is essentially vinegar. You can smell it. It smells like vinegar. It's something else. I'm sure, you know, the old heads in the scale modeling hobby will tell you, you don't even need this. Just go get some white distilled vinegar and it'll do the same thing. Which is essentially what I think this is. Maybe there's something else in here to get it to run or to not run. I don't know. It looks like, see how the surface tension is pretty high? It's staying, oh, maybe not. You can't really see. It's like, you know, domed up on there. Kind of see how it's all... The surface tension's high, so maybe they're not putting alcohol in there to get to break the surface tension. But, yeah. Either way, this will go into the decals, we'll soften them up. Right now there's a little bit of that clear plastic overhang, and I don't like to cut all the way to the end. I'd rather... I'm much more of the... I will use the Mark Fit stuff, or the micro scale stuff, to get those decals to soften up and lay down. That's just how I do water transfers. especially for really ugly things. And what do I mean by really ugly things? I mean, if you've ever had to get a decal to lay over a car bump or any sort of weirdly curved surface, that's what I mean. Excuse me. Ugh. Burping up my coffee here. But, and same here. This is not really any different. I used them here. And basically when it's done, the decal and the backing will almost completely dissolve. And you won't even see it anymore. Like, it... First thing you want to do, which, well, we didn't really do it here, which is fine. We're on bare plastic. It doesn't really matter. Is you're going to throw down your gloss coat. This is what I do. This is just GW Citadel hard coat. It's a gloss coat. I lay this down first over the area I want to lay the decal down, especially if it's painted. Basically, the idea is you want something smooth that you can lay the decal over top of and adhere to. So this is perfect. We already kind of, you know, it's raw plastic. This is already a pretty smooth surface. Nothing really wrong with it. So I think we're good on that front. Where's it going? I don't know. Phil ranting in the morning about decal shit. Like 7 a.m. I've been up since 5, and the dogs had me up at midnight. They're goobers. Now they sleep, even though I couldn't sleep. That's okay, because I'm hanging out with you guys. We're hanging out. We're doing hobby stuff. We're doing the thing. Phil's going to try not to cut the hell out of his hands. It might be time for a new blade. On this. Fine, we will get that in just a second after we polish this. We're going to have to do a bunch of panel lining here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I know, that's pretty clean. Happy with that. A little bit here, but I think that's just because I pulled it too much when I was cutting it off the gate. Man, I hate that I have new terminology now. Freaking gunpla people. Not in a bad way. Using different language makes me upset. Well, this is stupid. So they had me decal it, and then I'm gonna put this over top of it. Like I would have rather decal. Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. All right, I'll tell you what. It's been about an hour. I have to use the restroom. I'm gonna get some more coffee real quick. I'm gonna leave you with this. This view of the desk. I'm gonna use the restroom super quick. I'm gonna grab a new cup of coffee. I'll be ready. I'm gonna throw up a 5-minute BRB. I don't think I'll need it all. I was gonna say, this sounds like Psychonaut. Oh, move the BRB. Nope. Here you go. All right, whatever. We'll put the announcement. Oh my God. I'll see you later, Painty. Thanks for hanging out today. We'll be right back, y'all. All right. Alright, we're back. Gotta clean up the play table. There's a bunch of stuff on. Oh, okay. We're back to it. Yeah, these kind of refuse to lay down. We'll have to microset them. Or microsol them a bunch. That's okay. We'll get them to sleep then. Let's get on to doing this. Because that's going to be our next step. These are almost clean. Or almost dry, I should say.
I dig my hole, you build a wall.
Yep. Alright.
I dig my hole, you build a wall. One day that wall is gonna
Is that raised?
fall.
It is raised. Okay.
Gonna build that city on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill. Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long. Gonna build that wall up to the sky.
Should we try it? We can try it.
Gonna build that wall up to the sky.
It sits down okay. Alright. We'll leave it.
Someday your bird is gonna fly. Gonna build that wall until it's done. Gonna build that wall until it's done.
There we go.
But now you've got nowhere to run. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause
Looking pretty good. Yeah, looks good. Happy with that.
Too long.
Yeah. Boom. Big breath. Deep breath. Here we go. Ooh. Not as good as I'd hoped. Let's pull some more here. Not my favorite. in there. Alright, I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that's... Oh no, this guy here. Not at the top, maybe? Alright, looks pretty good. Getting our panels lined. Alright. So these... this is going to have a bunch of decaling and paneling. So should have waited to panel line those because they're going to go. Did miss some on the front side here. Pick up some of this gross excess here. There we go. We have to clean up. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, there's a lot of panels on there. Things. Okay. So, we do have a couple decals here. I'm trying to figure out what the hell these are. $15, $17, $18, $14, $16. Do the round ones, so 14. Okay, these are going to be these. 15, 17, 18, 16, 14, 13, and 12. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some love here. Okay. Hey, Aaron. Welcome in, buddy. Thank you for the lurk. You're having a good day? All my European friends are going to work right now. Or still at work, I should say. Maybe you're getting off work, I don't know. Yeah, so it's this whole section. Come down like this. Oh god. Raging! Welcome in, Raiders. Raging, how you doing, bud? How was stream? You did make it! Sorry we're not doing anything particularly interesting today. We're just doing some Macross build. And it just so happened I was off today. I'm doing well. Got off. It's my cousin's wedding today. But I took the day off because I got to drive a couple hours this afternoon. Let me bring this music down just a second here. $2,000. Europa University. Polaris. Okay, fair enough. That's. So we're doing some Macross kits. Exactly, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So this is the Macross Sturmvogel, 2 Maximilian Jenius, the captain of this, I guess. I don't know a whole lot about this. My second ever Gundam. For those that don't know me, I'm primarily like a miniature and other scale model painter. Got some GW stuff, I got some Modiphius stuff, I got some other stuff. I also do like this sort of stuff. So this is next on the bench, the Porsche 911 GT3 with the photo etch. For this, I'm not going to paint it. I'm just doing panel lining and water transfers. Mostly just to get it done. Like, I'm not huge into Gundam. Not that I just like it. I just, I don't know. Like the other day, we were painting some zombies for a game called County Road Z. So these are over here on the table. Little zombie guy. One of them. So he's coming along. Got something on. I don't know. Mess with that. So, we've been painting stuff. I've got some Fallout here. Got too much crap on my desk, honestly. What I got. But yeah, I do. As I'm sure you guys know, if you came in with Raging, miniature painting. We do scale modeling. We also do some video gaming and some other stuff. So primarily, I'm into like simulation stuff. Do sim racing. This is. So every couple of weeks, I usually do an endurance race with a team of mine. Oh shit! What am I doing? And give Raging a shout out. Very good people.
Commission?
Don't know who he is?
No, yes,
I suggest you check him out.
As long as you are.
Awesome member of the miniature painting community here on Twitch. Very cool people. Yeah, welcome in. As you guys know, my name's Phil Fisher. Or not. I forgot to say that. Yeah, my name's Phil Fisher. This is the Baller Fisher channel. I usually stream Thursday mornings, Saturday and Sunday, early Eastern US time. But schedules do vary. I used to do game streams on Tuesday nights, but I'm in the middle of a work project, so my work nights are a little shot right now, but we'll get back to them. But yeah, welcome in. Next stream is Sunday. We're doing Raft Co-op over at Fly Race Dreams channel by request of her community, who also happens to be my race team manager and owner. My digital race team manager. So that's who I usually drive cars with. But yeah. Stick around. I know there's not a lot of pain today, only because I am also going out of town for a work trip next week. Hey, White Wolf! There's the man. Sorry, guys. Tag along like a crab in your crotch. We also had Annie Paints Paints and oops. Oops, that's not right. Underscores in there. Yeah, of course. No, we all probably know each other. But it never hurts. You know, there are always very cool people out and about that we can always learn from. I love to just watch Raging because he's a phenomenal painter, especially there's a lot of custom 3D paint jobs. And same with White Wolf. Both are very good. Just take it, Raging, just take it. I think you are. Better than me. Better than Fisher. But, yeah. Good folks all around. You can't do false advertising, it's illegal. I still didn't get paid shout out right. Jesus. If it does it this time. There we go. Got it this time. Speaking of, if you guys want to see, I'm thinking about putting this in. Let me move these out of the way real quick. But this is my Tamiya 1/12 Renault RE20 Turbo from the 1980 Formula One season. And I just need to make a little pit lane for it. It's a little dusty. I've got some pit crew. And I'm gonna try to can't really see it, but he'd be taking off a tire or something. We just need to make a road. And, you know, I don't know. I'm going to try to enter a model competition with this. We'll see what happens. Super done. Need to get a case for it. This was a lot of fun to put together. It took me almost 6 months. It was like the first 6 months of my streaming journey. So I find it a lot of fun. We'll have to see. Not perfect, but... I keep trying to... I'll send you a kit. Don't threaten me with a... Yeah, stuff I like to do is... I do some tabletop. I do some independent games. The other thing I'm working on right now is a 15mm game called Sector Alex or Alex. So we've got these little ships. Oh, what a time to watch too. Alain Prost, Ansel, of course, Ayrton Senna. Dude, these are like go on these little cool stands. I'm working with another guy locally. We're trying to paint up a whole force. I've got a whole bloody thing on the other side of the table over there. Look at the plastic. There's a bunch of scenery. So we got these little dudes. Have I ever painted one after building? Like a model kit? Like the Tamiya, it doesn't look like it, but it is painted. It was all painted, the interior by hands, the exterior with Tamiya spray. So the white and the yellow is like silky smooth, because the Tamiya gloss coat is the perfect paint for car model. But yeah, all my scale models are painted. The Gundams are not. That's the only thing that's not. All my other scale models are painted. Here, I'll get one more. So here's the Rebel 144th Saturn V. This is all painted as well. Even though it comes in white plastic, it is painted. This kit is a pain in the ass. It's really too big to get on camera, but see the... One last one. Sorry. I didn't mean to show and tell. This is for This is the Liberty Prime for Fallout Wasteland Warfare. It's a secondary 3D print. Yeah, big stompy mechy boy. Trying to do some OSL in there. It didn't quite wanted it to do, but big stompy robot boy. And then he's got interchangeable arms. One where he's like throwing a nuke like a football, you know, like he does in the game. But all this stuff. Variety shit. But I play historics. I do a lot of historics. I do wargaming. I love Warlords World War II lines. So I play Bolt Action, I play Victory at Sea, I play Cruel Seas, and I play Blood Red Skies. Stuff for all of that. Yeah. Go, take care of yourself. Go eat, go sleep, whatever you got to do. Thanks for dropping in. Thank you for hanging out, Raiders. And thanks for you being the target. I appreciate it. There you go. Go shoot some stuff. Absolutely. Same, man. Absolutely. We just have that little window in the morning where our lives cross across the planet. So it's always good to catch you. I was lucky enough, I raided into Yab yesterday. Because that was like perfect timing, because I usually work stupid early. Yeah, glad you could come in. So right now, we're trying to lay down some of these decals. We got some panel lining. We're waiting for that to dry. We got to clean that stuff up. Got all these to do for this. So this will be fun. These black lines. What are you doing? You got the baby puppy over here. Not a baby anymore. 4.5 months. Getting big. But he usually doesn't stay in this pen. Just when I'm streaming. Because I cannot pay attention to him and paint at the same time and hang out with you all. Yeah, we're going to get back to it. So one of the things I did do was, and I hate about Gundams, I shouldn't say hate, is their decal sheets. These things suck. They're fine, you know, you do you. I'm not going to yuck someone's yum. But I don't particularly love these, especially for detailed stuff. It drives me nuts. So I went and I got the official transfers, because they don't come in the box. Like, it wouldn't have killed them to put the transfers in the box, but they don't do it. And we're doing water transfers. So we're doing panel lining, we're doing water transfers for this particular new experience for me. Like I said, second ever Gundam. Gunpla. Still fairly new to this whole mess. But I am pretty experienced with scale models, so I feel happy about that. I know how to put all this stuff together. How to do this stuff. And I love a good aftermarket kit. Even though it's decal sheet, it should be standard in box. But we're doing that. So if you're not doing water transfers, why aren't you? On everything, even your miniatures, they come with water transfers. Unless you're god at freehanding, like some of the people here. I'm looking at you, White Wolf. Get yourself. There's two ways to do this. This product here, which is from Microscale Industries, it can be hard to find. I think he's got a web shop on eBay. I don't know if the web store is still up, but this stuff is great. It's great. Yeah. Don't hate the transfer. Transfers are the best. Transfers are awesome. I love transfers. Transfers are the most meditative part of the process. Like, for me. Painting is good, but transfers are great. Especially for these, like, these little danger arrows, like, by the intakes and that sort of stuff. I can't freehand any of that. I can't do any of that. What are you talking about? So, to really bump it, water transfers. Especially for things like even, you know, I've got my Black Templar's Combat Patrol sitting over there. And I am going to use all those little shield transfers, all the campaign badges on their little shields, their little heraldry that they wear. Because I don't know, I don't have the patience to do that. And I don't want to spend the next 3 years painting this Black Templars. I have an AdMech army, but it's already taken me 5 years to paint. That I'm really happy with. I'm happy with the work I've done on it, but I also want to get this thing on the table at some point. Right? I want to play it. So for me, I can't. I need to do it. We're using the transfers, and one of my goals here is to make people not afraid of transfers. I'm not saying White Wolf is afraid of transfers. If you hate transfers, you hate using them, you're afraid of them, you don't know how to use them, super easy. We're gonna walk through it. All you need is a couple things. 1, water, preferably distilled or filtered clean water. The reason we want this is I live in Florida. Just with water? Well, I mean, that's what we're doing. We're doing water transfers. So we'll use the water. Then you use these guys to thin them, like to actually soften them up and make them look good. Like, if you don't do this step, it's not that it sucks. It's just that it'll look like a transfer, right? You can actually see some of it here. So it's still got the edging and stuff. Cariana's Banner, Imperial Fist, Orc. Okay, yeah. That makes... Yes, that's... Well, you could do more. You could do more. I don't know. I think for AdMech, I love having the unit markings on all of them, right? I'll freehand things like the crenellation around the cloaks, but the unit markings, the all the hazard stuff for the vehicles, all that stuff, I'm just not going to freehand. I suck at. So for me, I love transfers because they're just a nice way for me to bump it up a little. And they come in that box. Use them. Use them. Use them. Use them. Don't be afraid of them. Don't fear the Reaper or the water transfer for them. So usually when you put them on, you're going to use this stuff. This will help soften them up a little bit. You see these kind of sit over the edge of the thing they're on. There's like a little bit of clear plastic bit that comes around. So we're going to put this on here, and this will soften it up. Surfing. Where am I from? I'm going to throw this on here. We're going to let this dry. This will soften these up, and then we can lay them down really nice. They'll conform to the surface, especially when you're dealing with soft surfaces, right? Or curved surfaces, like here. Decals. We're just going to give another coat to, in an effort to try to get rid of that surrounding clear bit. Easy enough. So sometimes you got to do more. And on the cars, it's the worst because there's like rarely a flat surface you're putting a decal on. It's always a curved surface. You're always doing a pinstripe or some stupid shit. And you got to get that thing to lay down on a flat surface. And the only way to do that is to use something like a decal softener, in my opinion. I'm sure there are other ways. And I'm not recommending you go out and necessarily buy a product, because this, you smell it. Not that you can smell this, but it's white vinegar. It's just white distilled vinegar. So go to your local Tesco's, Publix, grocery store, whatever. Get yourself some distilled white vinegar in a bottle, and it'll kind of do the same thing as that. The old head model dude, the ones that have been doing it since the 50s, will tell you the same thing. For your decals, just use white vinegar. Yep, exactly. Yeah, there's a little bit of a curve. You know, it's always gonna sit weird, right? So you got to stretch it. You got to do all that stuff. Some decal sheets are better than others. This decal sheet is actually pretty good. Surprisingly good. Like, it's nice and thin. Yeah, exactly. Yep, the bonnet, the hood. It's always going to be... I mean, I've never vinyl wrapped, but I imagine it's the same principle, you know? As you said, it's literally the same with real-life vinyl application. So you kind of have to work with that curved surface a little bit. Same with the decals, you know? You want that to lay down super nice. So you just take your time, you work it. I recommend a cheap brush and something fairly fine. A lot of people will use forceps. Here's, for example, a brush I'm using, and here's forceps I'm using. Yes, it'll dry up. You'll start to get creases. It'll start to bunch up on itself. And then it looks like crap, right? Then you got to redo the thing. You got to take the whole thing off. Better not be there than to be poorly implemented. So I don't like, unless it's a big decal, I'll cut these out and I'll put these in the water with forceps because I got these big old meat hands, right? But I love using a brush to do transfers. Also, usually, you know, a Q-tip or whatever these are called, ear swabs, cotton swabs, are useful because they can help pick up moisture and stuff like that. When you're doing the decal, you want to get it nice and wet. Make sure it stays nice and wet while you're working with it. If it's wet and there's water underneath the decal, you can move it. Second that decal dries out underneath, kind of stuck. If that happens, that's why I recommend this product, because this will actually allow you to remove them. This gets in the decal and kind of pulls it back up off the surface a little bit too if it's dry. It'll rehydrate it, and then you can kind of scooch it around. You don't want to mess with it too much. The other thing is you can roll, like I roll the brush out when I'm working with the decal. I'll just go like this, and it lays down off the brush. But everyone's got their way. I decal with a brush. The other thing I do is if this was a painted product, I don't have to do it necessarily with this because I'm on bare plastic, but if it were painted and there was texture there, I want to throw some sort of gloss coat down. I'm even doing that here out of habit. I'm using Citadel/GW Art Coat. This is like your gloss coat. I've also used the Tamiya gloss coat, completely fine. You just want something that'll lay down nice and smooth to give you a surface to get that decal to adhere. And once it's on, you can reapply this over top to kind of sandwich it between two layers of gloss coat. And then when you go to do your final sealing, your varnishing, you spray your gloss coat or your dull coat, depending on what you're doing. Now it looks like it's perfect. It's just part of the surface. Painted on, right? We don't want it to look like a sticker. We want it to look like it was intended to be there, that it was painted there. Tamiya also makes a decent product called Mark Fit. I have it on the shelf over here. I'm not sure this... It shouldn't really matter. But this does the same exact thing. Yes, this is probably cheaper than this. But I think this is like alcohol-based or something. I'm not sure this works with all decal types. I don't think it really matters. But, this will do the same thing. I think it is. Yeah, methyl, propylene glycol, monomethyl, butanol. So yeah, definitely some alcohol, some... I shouldn't have smelled this. This is not like white vinegar. I'm pretty sure this is way more toxic. You put this underneath, and then you put the decal on, and then you put it over top. Yep, so it's the same application process, just different manufacturing. But I do think, if you don't have this and you don't want to, bottle white vinegar from your grocery store is a couple bucks, a couple pounds. Usually not super expensive. I would say in the US, everything's a little expensive right now, but anyway, where were we? Sorry for the rant, everybody. I think we were decaling this, is I think where we were. So we got a few here. We're going to start with the tips, just the tip. We're going to do 12 and 13. I'm just going to cut these out here. So I love decaling. I hope everyone's having a good Friday. Hopefully they're going to slide comfortably into the weekend. That's the hope. So, this is going to apply all the principles I just talked about. Why? Two things. This is a curved ass surface. So when this lays down, I'm going to fight it a little bit. Two, there is kind of a panel line here where the white is. And we're really going to want to do some micro sol here to get this decal to lay down in that panel line, which we can do. Okay? It's something you can do. It just, you can't just put it on. You gotta thin it, right? So I'll tell you what, we'll do it this time with the Tamiya. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead and chuck this in water. Boop. I'm gonna pull a brush out here. I'm gonna go back here. Here for now. One thing I also will say is when working with this stuff, if you cut with the numbers are also decals. So I usually take them off like immediately and then like put them on another paper towel or something. Yeah, White Wolf, thanks for coming in. Enjoy work. Hopefully it's simple for the rest of the day and you can, like I said, slide gracefully into your Friday evening. Enjoy it, bud. Good seeing you. Thanks for stopping in. More coffee. Good. Nothing at work is blown up. No one's calling me. Good start to the day. And then we'll do our panel lining after. There's just going to be a lot of decals here. Because right now, there are decals for this inner piece here, this outer piece here. I think there are even additional ones here and here. I have to look because the decal sheet has its own decals. They're not part of the thing. 29. Okay. There is one that goes there. So just before the tail, like just here. And then, yeah, there's a bunch on the thrusters, so there are a bunch that'll go here. Just a lot. We got a lot to do, but it'll look good. I have a feeling it'll look good. That's why we went with the additional decal sheet. We can get all that extra stuff. That sticker in and of itself, that's pretty cool. The Big West licensing. But yeah, we're doing the thing. We're giving it a shot. So I should. I don't. Okay. Well, let's pull this out. This should be good now. We're gonna let that sit. Yep. Okay, beautiful. Get that number out of here. Get that on the thing. Oops. Yep. See, this is why we got to be careful. There's that. Would be this side. I'm just going to try to get under it. We're moving it. That means we're loose. I want to get under the decal. I'm going to lift it with the brush. It's like, boom. And I'm going to throw down some of this mark fit. We're going to try this. Just like this. So we'll coat this entire area. And, you know, this doesn't really take too. Probably because we're doing bare plastic and not paint, but that's okay. You know, I just do more after the fact. Not a big deal. Try to line this up here. Perfect. And actually, that laid down pretty nice for us. I'm happy with that. It sits up a little bit. There's like a lip here. I'm gonna make sure we're not there. I'm gonna move this around with my finger a little bit. These are pretty tough. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, good deal. We'll let that sit. I'm gonna go ahead and dump the new one. We know this is 13, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. Don't need you. We know which one you are. Throw that in there. Get it dunked. Dunk you, boy. Get in there. Perfect. Put you in the garbage pile. Beautiful. Alright. While we're at it, I'm going to cut these other 2 diamonds off. Because they will go here and here. If anyone has any questions about this, just let me know. I'm chilling. I'm drinking coffee. We're doing the thing. Touching the puppet head. We'll leave these out for now. If it was a bigger piece, the bigger pieces tend to need a little more soak time to get fully kind of immersed and saturated. Let's see if we can throw some more of this Mark Fit down on top of this now. Yeah, see, it wants to... It kind of pulls. It doesn't... We'll see what happens. But I really want this to lay down into these grooves here. I want to see them. I don't want to cover them. I want the decal to go into it. That's usually where this stuff comes in, and why I have so little of it. I have a new bottle over there. Why I go through so much of it as compared to the micro set. So we'll do a side-by-side comparison. This is great. We can do a side-by-side here, because it will be essentially the same decal, just mirrored. We'll pull this out. Oh, like so. Grab our micro set. Get in here. Lay this down all over this. Kind of like we did last time. We have the brush. And same process. We're going to try to lift this decal. I mean, the thing you can do is just kind of do this. But wet your finger a little bit. I don't want to pull it off just yet. I'm going to throw it down here. Just like this. And then we'll just slide it into place. Nope. Pull this forward a tiny bit. And more forward, more forward, more forward. And this is where I'm just an animal of habit, so this is how I do this. I always have a paper towel around, and I tend to mop up like some of the additional water here. So we want this to lay down, but we also don't want it, if you leave too much moisture in there, they'll start to float around, and that we don't want. We want it to stay where we put it. Though in this case, it's not like, we're not really doing anything too wild here. If it were that $130 Tamiya kit I showed you guys earlier, I would be way more anal about it. But this is not that kit. Something completely different. I'm going to go ahead and throw those diamonds in there, get those going. Last but not least, we'll have these. 15, I think, is this side. Yes, 15 is this side. 14 and 15 this side. 16 and 17 this side. Makes sense. Alright, probably do these in pairs. The only hard part about this is probably gonna end up touching these. We'll have to be really cognizant of working with them, because it can be kind of a pain in the butt. Everybody, we got ads in about 3 minutes. Up. And 6. Yeah. These are both dried out a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and reapply here. They're starting to get there. They're just not there yet. So we want this to lay down for us. Get in those cracks. That's what we want. The only difference is use generally micro set. It's okay. We'll do both here. We'll do one more coat of micro set, and then we'll move on to the micro sol, which is really the stronger. I hesitate to say acid, but it probably is. It probably is acidic. I don't have any pH test strips here. If I had to guess, I mean, this smells like vinegar, which is, anyone? High school chemistry? Remember what white vinegar is? Acetic acid, right? No? Okay. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're softening this stuff up with a very soft acid. This is a little different. This is alcohol and 3-methoxy methyl and propylene glycol monomethyl ether. Now, it's been a while since I've taken organic, so I might be able to do chemistry diagrams for those, or molecule diagrams, but it's been a while. Probably hit these both a little more. These are probably ready to come out. And pull these. And what we'll do, and also why I like to use paper towels. I'm just kind of talking at you, so hopefully this is a little ASMR-y. You're getting something out of this, as opposed to me just ranting at you. When you pull the decals, if you just use a mat, the odds of you getting water and then putting down the decal sheet into that water and cutting a new decal just increase exponentially. Like, I've done it so many times, and I don't recommend it. So, I would say, work with it, but don't get water all over your mat. That'll be a pain in the ass. Vasa. Come on, lay down for me. Get off the brush. Also, it's beneficial to keep your brush wet as well. Stuff around. Too much of a pain. But this can be used if you want something a little stiffer, pun intended, to move it around. Like that. Alright, folks, ads are here. Sorry, y'all. Here we go. That's pretty good. So we'll throw our next set in while we're doing this. Boom, get in there. And while we're waiting for those, more micro set. This for these two. It's nice and... And these are going to get their first taste of micro soul. There we go. In those cracks. That's what I want. That's still got the fit on it. Doing our comparison here. I'll throw more mark-hood on it. Alright. We are back. I'm back. Just doing more decals. That's all we're doing. And then we'll panel line all of this. Our Tamiya black panel liner. I love this stuff. I'm pretty sure this is also toxic as hell. Like, you probably wouldn't want to... Be careful when using, as it may dissolve underlying paint. Store tightly cap it out in direct sunlight. Yeah, here we go. Xylene, mineral spirits, pigments, ethyl benzene. Yeah, this stuff is not great for you. If you're a kid, I wouldn't recommend this. Though you shouldn't be a kid, because probably wouldn't have money for any of this crap, to be honest. There you go. Doing the thing. Doing the thing. Yeah, anyone working on anything fun this weekend? Got something interesting going on? Spreading this out a little bit. Perfect. Perfect. Gonna pull this. I think we're probably pretty close on this. Alright. Now I did cut this one, so that's on me. That's my dumbass. We're going to try to get this laid in there nice. I don't know if I cut the whole way through. No, I didn't. Good. Good deal. Okay. So, this will be interesting. What I'm going to try to do is maybe just drop this so I don't have to hang this. We'll see. I get under it nicely. We'll try to just lift it. Okay. Don't want to tear you. Don't want you to fold in on yourself. Oh, we're so close here. We are so close. Oh. Long, thin decals like this are always a pain in the butt. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go right here. This will be interesting because we're kind of right against edge of the part. So we're just going to set that in. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Spaz. These are in weird places and weirdly shaped, so these will have to be treated nicely. Treated like a lady. I knew this was going to be hard. Once we started getting multiple decals on this piece, pain in the butt. This is also where it's nice to have something to move this stuff around with. Usually like a Q-tip or something like that. You can guide it. I see some people use their forceps for this. I'm always terrified of ruining the decal. So it makes me nervous to do it. Put this last two on, and then I'll take a quick potty break. Just gotta go to the bathroom after his fourth cup of coffee. Go figure. Yeah, it's coming along pretty well. Starting to lay down for me. Starting to lay down for me nice. Thank you. Yeah, we'll just have to beat these up a little bit. They're not particularly thick decals, but they're not particularly thin. Little bubs. Little baby boy. Plastic nub? Yep. That's plastic nub. Alright, yeah, we'll get these going. And then I think I'm good to start maybe cleaning up some of that. Get these on. We'll start cleaning up this. Because we did do a lot of over paints. But we'll get that cleaned up. Not a big deal. On the back. I gotta remember to do it on the back side. It's gonna look stupid. Stupid. And I think these should sit down really nicely here. Let's see. Let's see if it'll go together. I'd rather hold it as one piece than not. Yeah, there you go. Not too bad. Yeah, okay. That sat down real nice over there. Yeah, there. Oh, you know what? That was probably a dumb move, but well, we'll live with it. We live with our bad mistakes. Tells the story, right? Bro, to say happy accidents. Actually, I'm gonna have to take this off. And I hope... Oh no, Fisher. Fisher boy, me boy. Yep, you're a dummy. You're a dumb one. Getting too zealous here. Try not to break any of this. Damn it. Dummy. I just hope it doesn't rip these decals back. Stupid boy. Stupid man. What a dumbass. Forgot to put this other part in. It needs to go underneath this. It happens. Too excited. I really just chipped that? Really? Can I get this off in one issue? Without issue. may be able just to slide this. No. Okay. No. Oh. That's... Here's this. Talking a big game, make stupid mistakes. That's what happens. That's what happens, Fisher. You dummy man. We're very close. At least we're close on this side. There. Okay. Well, that works, I guess. Nope, not really. Doesn't really work. Works enough to get this off, maybe? Break. Come on, come on. Work with me here. Okay, we'll take that off. Now we got both these off. This is the piece I need off. This is the piece. Very close here, and I didn't rip decals off on that side, so that's the start. Not sure about this side. That's okay. All right, good deal. Whew. Okay. So let's get these back on. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. And that was my fear. Okay. So here's what happens if you do dumb shit. You do exactly what I just did. We're going to go ahead and put these back on, or try to. Tear this one. This is usually why you'd seal over top of this while you're working with it. Down nice. Come on. Comedy of errors, folks. Comedy of errors. Got way too excited. Lay back down. Lay back down, nice. Yeah. All right. Whew. Okay. Let's just clean up this. Let's get these on, and then we'll go from there. I see. Eye off the prize. Not paying attention. Does stupid shit. That's how this goes. We're going to grab our micro set. And welcome in new viewers. First time joining us. My name's Phil Fisher. This is the Follower Fisher channel. I do miniatures, I do modeling, I do music, I do game dev. I like to play like simulation, survival crafter stuff, management sims, that sort of stuff. So if that's your bag, you're in the right place. You also like to watch someone talk big game about loving decals and then messing them up immediately. This is also the place for you. No, we're fine. It's not a great moment. Because I'm a goober sometimes. Today we're doing this Macross kit. With the not photo etch, with the water transfers. I'm sure there are some with photo etch. I don't know. I've never really. My second ever Gundam. I do a lot of scale modeling. Just cars, boats, planes, that sort of stuff. Not so much Gundam. It's all new to me. I know this isn't Gundam. I know it's Macross, but Gunpla, I guess. I don't know. I'm figuring it out. Pretty big Tamiya person. Like that. Lay this down without messing anything else up. Beautiful. Get over there. Here. Beautiful. Wet. Wet piece here. Top up some of this. This side. It looks pretty good. This is already starting to lay down in that crease. It's perfect. So we're just going to do another application of Micross to get this stuff to lay down. And then I'll do another one over here because I'm an idiot. Thankfully I saved it. So I'm really happy about that. Really happy. It didn't ruin those decals. I mean, it would have been easy enough to sit there and repaint this. It's all black. Not too worried about it. It's a healthy keeping bit of Micross here over top of these decals. Bam, 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 bam. Same here. Same here. This side. Just want these to lay down nice. So that way, we go into our panel lining step. They're nice. They're laid down. Oh man. I think we're okay there. They're sitting down nice in there. We can panel line, especially over these white bits. That's really what I want. So okay. Tell you what, let's clean up this real quick before I get the urge to put it back on the kit early. And then we'll, I gotta use the potty, we'll get some more coffee. Do the thing. Hey, welcome in everybody. My name's Phil Fisher, this is the Fowler Fisher channel, and we're doing some Macross Gunpla today. Just gonna clean up all this overdone. Here. All I'm doing is I'm just taking some alcohol, this cotton swab here, getting in, cleaning up all the overrun. Oh, beautiful. Actually, I'll probably get more of these when I go get coffee. I say go get coffee. It's like 40 foot from me. It's in the kitchen. It's not. I'm not going down the street. There we go. Much cleaner on this side. First side, much better than this. Second verse, not the same as that. There we go. This is much easier to use on bare plastic than would be painted. If it were painted, I'd probably use like acrylic ink to do this and not this. Yeah. I think that's good. I think we're good there. Pretty good. here. Beautiful. Then we wanted to clean up this, I think. Did I do this? No, I didn't. Get this. Eddie Fisher went a little heavy here. No, it happened. I think that's it. Let's clean up on this. I'm just using standard isopropyl alcohol for this. I have a bunch from the 3D printer. So it's industrial grade, it's not medical grade. You don't need medical grade. You don't need 99%. I use it because that's what I throw in my resin wash. But it doesn't need to be that. Not necessary. Not necessary at all. Let's go ahead and put this on before we do something stupid. And then here. There it is. All right. Yeah, much better. These look a little darker. I could go back and hit these up. The body is the body's going to sit in here. So it doesn't really matter. It's going to sit right underneath here. So this is where... And this will come over time. Let's see if we can get these guys to lay down nice. Or at least just this one. The other ones have been good. This one has just been my problem child. Not bad, y'all. That's some work. Doing some work. Some work done. Come back, hit this again. Then we're pretty close. We're almost... This goes up and in. After this is on. Just don't want to put this on in case I move that stupid decal again. But alright. I'm going to use the restroom super quick. Thank you all for sticking with me. I do appreciate it. A bunch of cool people here today. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm just going to use the head, get more coffee. All shortly. Of course I come back then. Why would I not come? But we're back. I'll see you guys in about a minute and a half. Probably go for another 15 minutes and then we'll raid out. Sorry to take a break, but coffee was hitting again. What happens when Fisher has like a pot of coffee to the face? How he rolls. Alright. So I think we're good. Let's... Still not quite there on this. We are very, very close. And did I just move this decal? I just moved this decal. I'm holding the... No, I'm not. Okay. So, we're going to re-wet this. And then, yeah, this might be... Come on, Phil. Come on, buddy. Come on, bud. We're going to try not to tear this. It's so thin. It's off now. Don't tear. Everyone, welcome back. Beautiful. Saved. For now. For now. Yeah, okay, cool. It's starting to lay in there. Starting to get in there. Okay. Trust it. Be okay. Gonna take more of our Macross. Even more of it. Yes, even more of it. Sounds like Age of Empires. There we go. Beautiful. All right. I'm gonna come over here and fix this dude again. Idiot. All right. Let those set. Oh, I'm gonna have to eat something soon. Hands are getting a little shaky. Too much coffee, surprisingly. Not really. That's what happens when you have coffee. Getting shaky. What do you think? Should we try to do it? Should we try to put it on? I say we do it. Worst comes to worst. Worst comes to worst, we gotta reseat it again. Oh no. That's partially one of the things I was up, but we'll get... Just lay down. Lay down. Oh, our big thing is just don't touch them. Just don't touch them this time. Beautiful. To be honest, we could probably even slide this in. So I don't know what that means. Oh, this whole thing gets slid in. I guess it's supposed to slide. Or not. There's one push in to slide up. I don't know. Maybe I did this all wrong. I think we're okay. Around the thrusters. Beautiful. We do have some more we have to do. Maybe I can slide this forward. Let's see if we can get it up, and we'll move it forward a tiny bit. See what we can do. Been able to do this in the past. See if it'll sit up for me. Usually we gotta get it nice and wet. Try to slide it. We're getting under it. Oop. As I spill it everywhere. Now my desk can smell of vinegar. Doing good. We're doing fine. Oh, we're so close. Just a little bit. A little bit more. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, we were able to save it. Good deal. Perfect. Once again, we're just softening this up, trying to get it laying down in those grooves. Same with these. There we go. Alright, so not terrible. Pretty good, all things considered. All the trials and tribulations of this morning. Yeah, we got our decals on. You can see this one is being a little stupid up here. The one we accidentally knocked off earlier. We're probably going to throw a bunch of Macross at it and try to get this to lay down. I'll do that off camera because it'll just be another hour of me doing this. Which isn't super exciting. Not the most riveting stream content ever. Yeah, pretty happy with that so far. And then, there's some more decals we're going to have to do around the thrusters, like some of the engine warnings, some other stuff that's on this sheet. So yeah, you can see here, this is actually the top. So you have all these like danger, beware blast, caution, all these decals on the pods here. So we got some things we got to do, these danger decals. But tell you what, we'll let this sit for now. And I'll work on getting the rest of these to lay down nice. And see, if these were the sticker decals, I don't know if they would be good. Like, I honestly don't think they could. Getting these to lay down on there would suck. And we still have to do the ones up here. So we got more work to do. Not too bad. This would go here. Yeah, it's coming along nice. I'm happy with it. 9 minutes. If you're just joining us, welcome in. My name's Phil Fisher. This is the Follower Fisher channel. We do miniatures, we do scale models. This is my second ever Gundam kit, Gunpla kit. It's not a Gundam kit, it's a Macross kit, but same vein, right? Gunpla vein. Yeah, I like to play historics, I like to play sci-fi, fantasy, not so much fantasy, definitely sci-fi. Especially skirmish games. Got some Fallout, got some everything from Ogre to Legion to a bunch of random stuff. Got some Gaslands over there. I don't know. I like to do a bunch of different things. But today, we're building this Macross kit. I think it's going pretty well. We're not doing any painting, but we are doing panel lining, and we are doing water transfers. So that's... I've been kind of fighting the water transfers the past hour, but they're coming along okay. We're doing okay on them. They're doing the thing. Pretty happy with it so far. Interesting development. Throw one more coat of this Macross. This sounds like a soundtrack. It is. Amazing. Oh, this is a Pete McConnell. Oh, oh god. What's his name? This is all the Bethesda stuff. Jeremy Souls. Definitely tell this is from Myst. Robin Miller. Yeah, not too bad. You know, I think it'll look nice all together. We're getting there. Go on here. Now this here, up and the head. Pretty sure that's how that works. But yeah, let's get this done. And then I want to gloss coat this whole thing. Because I don't think it moves after this. I don't think so. I don't think it moves. Then the next thing we'll have to do are the winglets. These panels on the underside here. And then we'll clip in the head. So yeah, it's coming along. Coming along. Or no, the head gets clipped in here after we build the arms. And the legs. Pretty straightforward. Thankfully not a lot of decaling on the legs. We got this weird Gerwalk. I don't know what this is. Like half plane, half mech. But I think we're going to put this in. Oh, that's why. Okay. So those slide back. But I'm hesitant to really put any pressure on it right now. Just because I haven't sealed any of it. And I've already picked up 2 decals from the bloody thing. I don't want to do any more if I can help it. Yeah, this will be sweet. Once we're done, it'll be sweet. So it's got a couple different modes. Yeah. And after this, we've got our Black Templars battle box. We've got our Porsche G3, which I'm going to try to do in our sim racing livery. I'm going to try to print out the decal for myself. Gonna try. Don't know how well it's going to go. We're definitely going to try it. But yeah, I guess we'll start winding down. I do appreciate everyone hanging out today. I know got a lot of awesome people in here. Thank you all for hanging out. Yeah, if you'd like to know when I'm live, follow. No pressure. Just chill. We're in US Eastern time, so sometimes I can be a little hard. Friends. Yeah. Hey, who's out and about? Who's out and about? What do you think? Anyone got an idea for a raid target? Eagles up. Pussy Beagle. One's is up. Yeah, I say go see Smiley Beagle. Say hi. Here is our raid message. I need to update this with our new emotes now that we have. But for now, that's our raid message. I will be back Sunday. We're going to be doing the Raft Fly Race stream. Fly Race Dream. And then I'll be out for a week. I'll be out of state at a work conference for a week, and then I'll be back to normal schedule. So once I'm back home, we'll kind of continue on. I don't know. We'll probably wrap up this over another stream or two. And how crazy we get. Maybe I'll do more off cam today. I don't know. Figure it out. Got the Porsche coming. Got our Black Templars coming. Got more zombies to paint. And to be honest, I'd like to get more. Hey, War Game Peace. What up, man? Here, let me go back over here. We're doing Macross today, bud. Got the Sturmvogel. Just for a week. I'll be back next Sunday. Early. Is that what this is? The Valkyrie? Especially how much I know. I don't know shit about that. Yeah, we're just doing... Keeping it simple. We're doing... Simple, he says in air quotes. We're doing panel lining, and we're doing water transfers. I actually went and got the official water transfer sheet for it. So we've been doing that today. I'm excited. It's looking good so far. Coming along. Getting there. Okay. It's a VF-22S, so that V could mean Valkyrie, for all I know. I don't know. I need to watch more anime again. It's really what it comes down to. I need to watch more anime. Kit quality's good. It's fine. It's a Bandai kit. It's what I expect. My only gripe are these decals. But that's a continuing gripe of mine. Which is why I went and got the water transfers. I think they're a lot nicer. So far, easy to cut, easy to panel line, easy to get together. So I'm really happy with it so far. It's been nice. Shows the prototype competition. Ah. Well, there you go. You know if it's on like Hulu or something else? Would I have to go to like Crunchyroll for it? Yeah, pretty good. I mean, the panel lines, all this stuff looks nice. That's been my challenge with this one. Let's do some panel lines. Let's do some water decals. We're not going to paint yet. I think you know this, but this is only my second Gunpla build. Oh, okay. I'll have to find it. I wonder if I can still torrent some of that stuff. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's coming along pretty well. I'm really happy with it. It's looking cool. Very, very happy. Yeah, not too bad. So this Gunpla is just kind of a new adventure for me in general, as you know. I feel like I talked to Wargame Peace. Not even in stream, like on Instagram or Discord. But yeah, this has been fun. I'm happy with it. I mean, for not really knowing anything about this kit's good. I think it's a worthwhile investment. I would spring for the extra decals if that's something you want to do. Yeah, if it didn't, I probably would have thought about. I mean, some of the colors aren't accurate. Like in this case, the box art shows the gun as like blue. I'm off camera. I don't know why I'm trying to show you this, but this is like a dark blue. And it's got multiple modes, so you can do it like in the straight up, you know, mecha mode, this half mecha, half plane mode, the Gerwalk mode. I don't know what the high maneuver mode, and then the fighter mode. So you can kind of do it in different ways. So it's been interesting to mess with. You just kind of snap these parts off, I guess, as you go along. Put stuff together, but I really want to store it as fighter mode. I want to get a base because I think the fighter looks pretty cool, and then we could always just, you know, have the additional parts. Yeah, it's got some nice multicolored sprues, and it's got these pearlescent parts, which I think are really cool. As I drop brushes, like these are for the cockpits, like the actual flight cockpits, and then this is like, you know, your Hadouken punch going on. No, it fully transforms. You can build all the modes. It comes with all the parts for it. And one of the things I was actually really surprised about is the water transfers come with enough transfers for all the transformations. So if you get this, you can sticker everything. There's no like, oh, I can only use the decals for one transform. So yeah, it's been nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, I'm wild. It blows my mind because they even show it on the box that they're kind of pearlescent. There's like a purple reddish in there. I don't know if it comes kind of, but yeah. And then you get the whole, the multi-part gate sprues. All in all, really nice. Be happy with it. Yeah, it's an HG. It's not even like it's too wild. I'm gonna wrap for today. We've been going for about 3 hours. I'm off, and I have to sit here, and I'm gonna have to cover. I gotta do a whole lot. Well, I guess I can hang out a little more. Yeah, might as well. Not doing much of anything today anyway. I gotta go make sure my suit still fits. I gotta go get a wedding card. That I gotta do at some point. The wedding's not till 4. It's like... Oh, it's 9:30. Wow, okay. Time has flied. Or flown, I should. This is what I'll be doing for the next hour or so. Should try to get my shit together at some point. I want to do a little bit of coding. I want to maybe play some game. It's only like an hour away. It's at 4. It's 9 now. So I don't have to be there till really 4:30. I got time. It's not my wedding. It's my cousin's wedding. I've been married 7 and almost 8 years. 7 and 8. My anniversary. Thankfully, she decided to stick with me. Need more marriage. Appreciate you coming and hanging out, saying hey. That would be wild. Yeah, I remember my wedding. I was so busy. That's the one thing they never tell you is you're talking to the wedding planner, you're meeting your family, you're trying to track down the groomsmen. You're like, where the hell are you? You're talking to the photographer. Oh man, a wedding is an exhausting experience. Awesome, but even with a wedding planner, even with the event people, you're still making calls. I remember at one point, like, we double paid our minister. Like, I forget who paid the minister, but I went and took out more money on a thank you card and wrote that out like that. I got it to him. Like that morning, like it was wild. So wild. It was just, there was so much going on. By the end of the day, you're like 8 p.m. I don't know how people did this. I was so burnt out. I think our wedding was just after. No, it was like maybe 2. So I was up at whatever time it was at that time. Yeah, 100%. Just a ton of details. And people are like, how do I get there? And you're like, dude, you're gonna have to use Google Maps. I cannot talk you through. I got 4 people looking at me for my attention right now. Like that sort of stuff. Just a lot going on. And then you're so exhausted by the time you're done with it. At least I was. And I left. I was working in South Florida, working in Fort Lauderdale. John's Pass. I had to drive 4.5 hours back to essentially Miami. The day after my wedding, because I had work. I had just gotten a new job. I had to defend my master's thesis and got married. Including that job was a move to South Florida within 3 weeks. Like it was the most insane time of my life. It was too wild. Well, my wife was living up here because she was still going to school up here, and I'd gotten a nice job down there. But like career-wise, I just did it. But I'm probably giving out way too much information. Not necessarily to you, Wargame Piece, but to the rest of the internet about me and my life. But yeah, it was just a wild couple days, and exhausted. By the time I remember, my drink kept getting bussed. I would have a drink, and it would be on the wedding table, and then the wait staff would come and pick it up all the time. I don't know if it's like my parents told them I gotta get those drinks away from him or what the deal is. Yeah, story time stream. I'll switch category to just chatting. But yeah, I don't even think I finished a drink that evening. Like you'd sit down, you'd scarf, like you'd get like 2 or 3 forks in, and then the wedding planner or the event coordinator's all like, all right, time to greet all the tables. And you're walking around the tables. You're just like, man, I just want to eat food. I just want to sit down. I just want to do this thing. And it was exhausting. I remember, and then I don't have super social anxiety, but I hate being the center of attention. Streamer. Wild thing. But I hate having all those people there for me. It feels like I'm wasting a bunch of people's time. Not because of my marriage. Like, we're fine. I'm glad I married my wife, but I'm glad we did that. I just I don't like the attention. And there's all this social anxiety of now you gotta go meet with everyone, you gotta go do all this stuff, you're talking with everyone. all you want to do is kind of sit down and quiet for about 15 minutes. You don't get it. I remember just eventually going out the back door of the venue at one point and just being like, okay. Because the DJ is pumping, you know, people are laughing, there's just noise, everything going on. It was too wild. It's way too wild. Alright, now that I ranted another 6 minutes. Let's raid out. Go see Smiling Beagle. And well, I'll throw the raid message in here again. Message. And I will see you guys. Yeah, 100%. I got all the pictures. Everything's... No, it was great. Great day. Just... So I hope to never do it again. That would be... Yeah, going ahead. We're going to go say hi to Smiling Beagle. Phenomenal painter. We'll be back Sunday, the rap stream, and then next week be out, and then the following week we'll be back. Thanks, Wargate Peace. I will. You as well. Go give Smiling Beagle some love. Oh, you... I had this up. Back to Big Face. Once again, thank you all. We'll see you later. Thanks for sticking with me. Appreciate it. Watching me beat up these silly decals. Macross kit. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a great weekend. See you soon. It's Sunday. Back up for. Yeah. Give Smiling Beagle my love. We'll see you later.